Next on the workbench is a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con, specifically the right Joy-Con. And the reason that we're going to do Joy-Con is because the R button is broken. Now, if you're familiar with Joy-Cons, you know that most of those buttons have modular parts where you could just buy the part, clip it in, and it's really easy. But the R button is soldered onto the circuit board, and when it breaks, boy does it break. So let's jump in and see what the damage looks like. Okay, so this isn't as bad as I might have expected. Usually when the R button right here rips off, it just takes all the pads with it. So what I'm going to do, since I'm recording a video, is I'm going to proceed as if the pads are torn off. There's really not a lot left on this one anyway. So what I do is I'm going to grind a little bit on the ground plane here and here to build up somewhere to anchor the button to, as if these spots were missing. And then I'm going to show you where to run wires for these three. And we'll proceed as if this is totally shredded so that you know what to do when it is. Now, since there is a little bit of solder on here, I'm just going to go ahead and wick that up real quick. Get it out of the way. Okay, so when these are missing, it becomes necessary to grind away right here and right here. Now I'm going to prep where I'm going to run my jumpers to. There's a third one. That's right down here. Okay, so I'm about ready to place this. I'm going to put a little bit of flux right here. That seats right there. I'm just going to do one side there. Then I'm going to do the other side. See that? So if the leg pads were torn off, then I'm going to attach it to the ground plane of the board. Now we're going to show you where each wire runs for each of these. So before attaching any jumper wires, I'm just going to prep these with a little bit of solder. Okay, good. So we're going to start on the right side. That first one goes right here. Oh, you wiggly thing. Okay. I'm gonna cut that right behind it. And go for the second one. We're gonna go right here. See if we could wiggle break this one. There it goes. Alright, and last but not least would be this guy. I'm zoomed out too much. There we go. And this one comes all the way down here. We'll just wiggle break that one. All right, jumpers are done. I'm gonna clean up with some IPA. Gotta be delicate around the wires. Now, I used a non-enameled wire, so I'm going to put a little bit of solder mask down. In hindsight, maybe I should have used a enameled wire, but I don't know, I don't like how they take longer to attach because you got to melt off that coating. But I'm just going to cover up. Since I used a non-enameled wire, in hindsight I should have used enameled. I'm gonna cover these little spots here to make sure that my wire's not touching them, and probably this guy and that guy, just to make sure that my jumper wires don't touch any of those. And then I'll probably coat it a little bit more. Okay, now the work is done. I'm going to put it back together and show you that it works. Okay, I've got it all put back together. Let's turn the switch on. Okay, so we're going to go into settings and down to controllers and sensors, and then test input devices, test controller buttons, and let's press that R. It works. So now you have the information if that R button is busted off, where to run jumper wires, how to secure the button. People love to wreck these buttons. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment if you will. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching.